Today we have a Milwaukee Rotary tool, or Dremel, or even Dremel as it was in the description. Right, I'll just bring up the list in there so you can have a look. Bought it for spares or repair. We'll pop a battery in and we'll see what it does. Right, okay. Well, it measures the battery voltage because it's shown 4 LEDs and then it flashes, and that's about it. It's actually in good condition. It doesn't look like it's being used very much, so we shall take it apart and we'll see if we can repair it. I think the first thing I'll do is remove this little clip at the bottom. Let's see if I can get a screwdriver or something under this little tab. That's it. Right. And then we'll remove the screws on the outside. Right. Now hold on. Right, okay. Let's see if it'll come apart. Oh, there we go. And we're in. Right, so what do we have? We've got a little control board, a brushed motor by the look of it, and a little bearing at the front there, so all this part come out. Right, I'll put that bit to one side. And what have we got? Well, it's quite compact. It looks like we've got a MOSFET here. Now, due to the fact it's on a heatsink there, I would think that's probably for the speed control or speed regulation. And we've got another MOSFET here. It could be that possibly both are being used for that, or one of them is for the battery disconnect, to stop the tool from running the battery down, because there's no BMS in these batteries. All the BMS is done on the tool and the charger in these, on the M12s. Right, let's see if we can see anything obvious. You see a little programming port here, which is labelled up quite nicely. Ground, reset, serial clock, MOMI, memory out, memory in possibly, and MMC I think it is. Not sure what processor these have got in them. It's a bit hard to see for the conformal coating. Right, so the positive is linked all the time by the look of it, and it looks like the negative is switched. What's this here? Right, I can see something. It looks like we've got a blown component here. If I can bend this out of the way here. And move that out of the way. And I've just noticed just here. It looks like we've got a blown component. Right, what is it? Let me see. Some letters on it. 12CWQ0 4FN. And there's another number on it. It looks like, it's a bit hard to see that one because of the burn mark on it, but it looks like M194S possibly. No, I'm not sure if that's, yeah, I think that's a diode actually, just looking at it. Yeah, that's a diode because it's marked D3. Because I was just looking at two of the two legs at the bottom here actually go to the same pad. So those two legs are actually linked together. So it's actually just like a two-legged component in theory, because those two are linked together, and the tab is obviously the other end of it. So that's a diode, that. Right. Is it better to remove this from the motor? Well, that diode's definitely blown anyway. And I wonder if that's the only problem. I think I might take this off the motor actually, because in case there's anything else under here that we can't see yet, there might be some other components underneath that we can't actually see. Right. Let's see if we can get this motor disconnected. Just going to put leaded solder on the job. I might need a bigger iron on this because I think it's just sucking all the heat. Oh no, there we go. Actually I might just leave the other wire on because we can still see more with it like that. What we've got there, looks like there's some resistor under here. Doesn't appear to be blown though, but I can just see a resistor just under here. Well, I think the first protocol is going to be to take this blown diode off. And I'm trying to think it might be better just to use the iron on that one. I'll give it a go. And I think I'll use my little pick on the little hook on, and we'll just see if we can lift each leg up, because I mean and it's off. It came off a bit quicker than I expected. Right. Let's give it a bit of it. Right, I think we'll just check these components here. Let's see if there's any shorts. And that looks okay. Don't appear to have any shorts there. I'll check the speed controller one as well. Right. Well, that doesn't seem right, does it? Definitely doesn't seem right. So I think I might have two blown components on this. Right, where's my Phillips? I'll have this one. Oh look, it's a bit loose, that. I wonder if I haven't tightened the MOSFET or whatever to the heatsink properly, and it's overheated and blown and then caused that diode to blow. I think what I'll do for ease is I'll just snip the legs on this. Right, we'll just check it out of circuit now. Yeah. Right, well, that's two things we've found so far. We'll keep going. Now there is some components underneath this. I'm not sure how easy they're going to be able to get to. I don't know whether I might need to remove this heatsink. Right. I shall have a think about that and be back in a more. Right, so I did end up removing the heatsink, but there wasn't anything blown underneath it, so I've just put it back on. The new components have arrived that I ordered, so I've just put the new MOSFET in situ. I haven't soldered it in yet, and I've got the replacement diode. So we'll flip it over and try and get enough heat on the heatsink to solder it back on, because it was a little bit of a job to get it off, because obviously it's a heatsink, so it just sucks all the heat away from the soldering iron. That's one bit soldered. There's this big pad here, I think, which was the bit awkward one. Right, now we've got the diode to go on. And it's quite raining outside currently. You can hear it maybe lashing off the window there. If you can hear any noise in the background, that's where it is. Right, so that's the diode soldered back on, and the MOSFET. Actually no, I haven't soldered the MOSFET on yet, it was the heatsink. We'll solder the MOSFET back on the new MOSFET. Now, the only thing I'm slightly concerned about is what caused it to blow in the first place. Were they just putting too much strain on the motor and it blew, or is there a slight short in the motor? I'm not 100% on that one, so we'll have to see. Just need to get this motor wire back on now, or attempt to. I think I might need to take a bit more solder off there. Right, let's put it back on. Right, so that's the blown components replaced. Let's see if we can figure out how it actually went back in the case now. I think the switch just went something like that. It's a bit fiddly to get back together, this thing. I think it was along those lines. Well, are you happy with the way this switch is sitting? I'm just going to have a quick look back at the video just to see which way this switch went. Right, that goes pretty much the way I was putting it back together. It's just been a bit awkward, that's all. Right, battery holder isn't sat in properly. Right, I think that's it. So I'll put these on before it springs apart. And then we'll pop some screws in and give it a test. Yes, I think we've got another fix on this one, guys. Looks like it's all up and running. Speed control works. Excellent. Right, another successful fix. Well, if you enjoyed this video, please give it the thumbs up. If you want to see more like it, please subscribe. Any comments or questions, please leave it in the comments section below. And as always, have a great day. Thanks for watching.